in Bollywood and has lived to tell the tale. Bombay Velvet is Anurag Kashyap's most ambitious project till date. Last week, Anurag was told that Bombay Velvet would not get a UA certificate because the theme was too heavy on crime. Now this is the first Bollywood movie to be heavy on crime. Seems the two parties have now agreed to a middle path. So why have the scissors come down on this particular kiss, which is nothing but an expression of love? We wonder if there are different rules for different stars and different eras. And is the new censor board led by Pehlaj Nihalani right in thinking that kissing is a taboo? Or is it being simply regressive? We hit the streets to know what you think about the censor board's attitude towards on-screen intimacy.
I think if the story requires it, then I don't think there is any problem in it. But sometimes it's just like for no reason, everyone's just into their mouths.
Cool enough. I think it should be open to people also.
It's better that let it go with the flow. Let people also get educated that this is something not, dirty. It can be done it can be seen in a good way as well.
I think to an extent is fine. It shouldn't be ekdam chop off, because it's a wall, everything goes on in every wall. In India, it's not so much, but if you go abroad and all, it's a common thing, and now children are also apt for it.
I think it's pretty much normal nowadays. Like the youth is well aware about it since there is sex ed in all schools and colleges also basically. So everyone is aware that all these things do take place in movies.
I'd like to see more of them because it's an open gesture of affection.
As long as they're not very long and all, that's fine.
Basically, आजकल Bollywood में तो kissing scenes are normal. So I don't think so there's a problem to chop off a kissing scene in a movie.
I don't think there's any need for the censor board to, cut it off from a movie or anything.
मूवी में किसिंग सीन होना आम सी बात है, तो वो उसके लिए चॉप करना और स्पेशली नहीं, आई डोंट थिंक सो कि वो होना चाहिए.
मैक्सिमम 90 to 95% मूवीज़ में किसिंग सीन्स होते ही है. आज से नहीं, वो ज़मानों से चलते हुए आ रहे हैं, तो उस पर अभी कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शंस नहीं होना चाहिए, किसी को प्रॉब्लम भी नहीं होना चाहिए उस चीज़ के लिए.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अभी इंटरनेट पे सब कुछ अवेलेबल है, तो अगर बॉलीवुड में नहीं भी आएगा तो गूगल करेंगे, सब कुछ मिल जाएगा. तो इससे बेटर है कि अगर ऐसे सीन्स दिखाने हैं तो वो ए सर्टिफिकेट मूवी देके दिखा सकते हैं.
I don't think so there is any need for them to interfere. In fact, they should be really doing something which is actually happening. Like, why don't they just take care of something else instead of this? This is a stupid topic to even talk about.
New generation which is coming up, they know it, and there is sex education going on in every school. So it's okay to have it.
The scene needs a short one is fine, but definitely not a long one.
Obviously.
If it supposes script, I think it's okay.
Kissing movie हम लोग बच्चे के साथ देखने चाहते ही नहीं है.
I think if it's entertaining, it's fine because it's eventually an individual's choice.
The plot is good enough, I'll watch it anyways.
See, as per Indian culture, with family we can't see that scenes.
What's your take on the censor board's decision of on-screen intimacy? Tweet us at 9XC The Show using hashtag censorship or dictatorship, or talk to us at facebook.com/9XC. So Bombay Velvet might have survived with just one bruise, but it seems there is fresh trouble with the censor board. 9XC.com has it that the censor board member Nandini Sardesai is miffed with the censor board chief Pehlaj Nihalani having exceeded his brief. Being indulgent by nature, Pehlaj took it upon himself to sit for the Bombay Velvet revising screening and pass the movie with the cuts, and did not invite Nandini to the same despite her calling him up personally to express her availability. An infuriated Nandini has now contacted the top bosses and the Information and Broadcasting Ministry, informing them of this situation. In a frank conversation with 9XC.com The Show, Nandini even branded Pehlaj a megalomaniac. Now that is a strong word.
The man is really now, become like what you call a megalomaniac. Where you think that I am the only person, that I know everything and I can do no wrong.
Nandini also said that there was no interaction within the censor board. This is what she had to say about Pehlaj.
The man overriding everything. But being liberal for me has become a crime now. It's a crime that I have committed by being liberal. The chairperson, he thinks he's doing a moral policing job. Instead of moving up, back, forward, he's going regressing. For him, it's his rule, nobody else's rule. It's Mr. Nehlani's rule. It's not a board. It's not CPFP. It's not IB Ministry. It's Mr. Nehlani. You're treating the filmmaker like dirt. You can't do this.
Nandini said the only time a chairperson can sit on the revising committee was under extraordinary circumstances. We got in touch with Behlaj Nehlani as well to get his side of the story. He did not have much to say except,
My right to decide who will see the picture.
last year, ex-Censor Board Chief Rakesh Kumar was arrested on bribery charges, while Leela Sampson quit the board over the movie MSG The Messenger. We wonder how the Censor Board will tide over this new crisis. And there's more trouble for Ranbir Kapoor. We've got that story just after this break. Coming up, Ranbir's Jagga Jasus is in trouble once again.